I met Ed in 1996, and we started our life together. We got married up here in 1999, and he was doing everything he could to help show me the beauty of the Northwoods, to make me comfortable here. He knew when he first came here in 77, 78 that this is where he wanted to be.
It took making our home and everything comfortable, the setting and things, so that the transition wasn't so difficult. But she found the immediate love for the Northwoods also.
You know, we came to really love it and getting, you know, to know what the Northwoods offers. And then when we did finally decide to put our home up for sale in St. Louis, it sold in one day. So things started moving pretty quickly. You know, I wanted to get all of my appointments together before I moved. I didn't have health care established in Minocqua yet. So I was doing all of my routine checkups that I did every year, and a mammogram was part of it. And it was on May 22nd that I received the call that I needed to go in and have a biopsy done. So the day that they were loading us up is when I actually had the test. The next day, on May 31st, we closed on the house. We were literally driving away and coming up here. So it was on June 1st, while we were in the parking lot of our storage unit here in the Northwoods, when I got the call from my St. Louis physician that it was breast cancer.
You know, here we had just unloaded a moving van of furniture and household items. We had boxes everywhere. And now you have a spouse who's emotionally upset because she's just been told she has cancer.
I had to go home. That I didn't have a doctor here, so that I would just pack my suitcase up and go back. So, but I had my car loaded with furniture, so we came back here to the house, and I went and talked to my neighbor. She's a nurse, and she said, "Why don't you just call Marshfield Clinic and see if they can see you?" And I did. The girl that I got in internal medicine, she was so sweet. She said, "Oh my goodness, I will call you right back." And she did. I've never had anybody call me back so fast. And she said, "Dr. Gabert would see me tomorrow, the next day." And she said, "We'll also make sure you see the breast cancer navigator that afternoon." So on June 2nd, I got in and I saw Dr. Gabert, his nurse, and himself. Like, you know, I've been a healthcare person my whole life, and I've been to many doctors as I've moved in different areas. I was treated with so much compassion that it made a big difference.
It allowed her the opportunity to not be able to travel a far distance. She could receive all of her care very close to home. And everybody was very, very supportive of her care and what we could offer her at Marshfield Clinic Health System Minocqua Center.
I actually really was then blown away with the options that I had, talking about the necessary steps that I had to go through.
She wanted to hear her options and, you know, very intelligently listen to the advantages and disadvantages of treatment, and then, you know, embraced that she was going to move forward and just take charge of things. My impression when she came here is that she was quite surprised that we actually have a breast cancer clinic, meaning a multi-specialty clinic with all the types of doctors and treatments we would need in one place. I don't think she expected that in a town of 5,000 or 6,000 people. And I think that that's probably why she stayed here.
I think there's a fallacy out there that, you know, small towns don't have expertise and knowledge. I may have been just a little guilty of that too, just trying to think, well, I didn't have health care, why would I stay here? But I have to say, meeting with Dr. Boyer cemented it for me that I was going to be okay being treated up here.
We who care for breast cancer all know each other well. We regularly get together and discuss our patients and what would be best for them all together in a room.
Well, I had my appointment for my mammogram 6 months after radiation. So that was in February of 2018. And I walked into there just like I was having a mammogram any other time in my life. I was feeling healthy. The tiredness that I had experienced prior with radiation, those things had left me, and I was just in a good mindset. But the report came back clear, and it was just a big sigh of relief.
When it was all said and done, we went out to dinner, and we're at one of the local supper clubs, and I remember coming out of the restaurant, there was 2 rainbows. It was a double rainbow. It had rained while we were eating, and the sun was back shining. And I can remember telling Debbie that, I think it's over. That's our sign. So that's how things happen. I really do believe that God sends signals to you, and that was it.
It's made me realize that there's just some things in life not important, that I'm going to try to spend as much time with family as I can and just enjoy the day and not worry about something, the frivolous things, the things that just don't make a big difference in the world. That kindness matters.